The state of medicine and the influence of big pharma, a crisis of ethics and accessibility. The modern medical system, once a symbol of healing and scientific advancement, has increasingly become a transactional industry where profits often take precedence over patient care. Access to competent and ethical doctors is becoming a privilege rather than a right, forcing individuals to navigate an impersonal and bureaucratic healthcare system. Big pharma, in turn, exacerbates these issues by prioritizing revenue over genuine medical breakthroughs. The result is a deeply flawed system that not only fails to prioritize patient well-being, but also shields itself from accountability through legal loopholes and institutional collusion. Healthcare as a transactional business. Healthcare today is less about patient care and more about financial efficiency. Many doctors operate under immense pressure to see as many patients as possible, reducing appointment times to a mere 5 minutes. This assembly line approach to medicine leaves little room for meaningful doctor-patient interactions, resulting in misdiagnosis, inadequate follow-ups, and an overall decline in the quality of care. Patients are often intimidated by the perceived authority of their doctors, making them reluctant to ask critical questions or advocate for their own health. For instance, in Canada, the healthcare system, once regarded as a model for universal care, has deteriorated to a point where many citizens no longer have access to a family doctor. Overcrowded hospitals and understaffed clinics mean that those in need of medical attention often find themselves treated by inexperienced physicians who lack both the skills and the motivation to provide quality care. The situation is not much better in the United States, where the profit-driven insurance model dictates treatment options, often denying life-saving procedures based on financial calculations rather than medical necessity. Big Pharma, a profiteering giant. The pharmaceutical industry, commonly known as Big Pharma, plays a significant role in shaping modern medicine. Instead of prioritizing the development of life-saving drugs, pharmaceutical companies often focus on creating medications that generate the highest profits. For example, the opioid crisis in the United States was fueled by the aggressive marketing of painkillers like OxyContin, despite clear evidence of their addictive nature. The manufacturers, particularly Purdue Pharma, were more concerned with profit margins than patient safety, leading to one of the worst public health crises in modern history. Another glaring issue is the inflation of drug prices. Life-saving medications, such as insulin, remain prohibitively expensive in countries like the U.S., forcing patients to ration doses or seek black market alternatives. Meanwhile, pharmaceutical companies invest billions in lobbying efforts to ensure policies remain favorable to their bottom line. The revolving door between government regulatory agencies and Big Pharma further solidifies this unchecked power, allowing corporate executives to dictate healthcare policies that benefit their interests rather than public health. Rising cancer rates, a growing health crisis. One of the most alarming trends in modern healthcare is the dramatic increase in cancer cases. Nearly 50% of the population is now expected to be diagnosed with some form of cancer in their lifetime, a statistic that raises serious concerns about environmental, dietary, and medical factors contributing to this epidemic. Several key factors have been identified as contributing to this rise. First, environmental toxins, including air pollution, pesticides, and industrial chemicals, have been linked to increased cancer risks. The widespread use of carcinogenic substances in consumer products and food packaging has only exacerbated the problem. Second, lifestyle factors such as poor diet, lack of physical activity, and high stress levels play a significant role in weakening the immune system and making individuals more susceptible to cancerous growths. Additionally, the overuse of certain pharmaceutical drugs, including hormone treatments and immunosuppressants, has been associated with higher cancer risks. Many processed foods contain harmful additives and preservatives that disrupt the body's natural defenses against cancer. Moreover, exposure to radiation from medical imaging, mobile devices, and other sources may also be a contributing factor. Despite these concerns, Big Pharma has largely focused on expensive cancer treatments rather than preventive measures. The profitability of chemotherapy, radiation, and targeted therapies makes it more lucrative to treat cancer than to address its root causes. This approach ensures that cancer remains a major public health crisis, with patients paying exorbitant costs for treatments that often come with severe side effects and limited efficacy. Lack of accountability and the medical mafia. One of the most troubling aspects of the modern healthcare system is its culture of impunity. Medical malpractice is often dismissed under the guise of medical opinion, shielding incompetent or negligent doctors from repercussions. When a patient's condition worsens or even leads to death, there is little recourse for the victim's family. Lawsuits against doctors and hospitals are notoriously difficult to win, and in many cases, the system is designed to protect medical professionals rather than hold them accountable. Medical associations and legal institutions act as self-regulating entities that prioritize reputation over responsibility. Much like the legal field, the medical profession has developed an internal culture of silence, where practitioners protect their own rather than expose wrongdoing. The result is a system where malpractice is routinely covered up, allowing negligent doctors to continue practicing without consequence. Conclusion: a system in urgent need of reform. The state of modern medicine is a reflection of a broader societal shift towards profit-driven decision-making at the expense of human well-being. Patients are treated as revenue sources rather than individuals in need of care, while Big Pharma continues to manipulate the system for financial gain. Without fundamental reforms, such as increased transparency, stricter regulations on pharmaceutical pricing, and stronger legal accountability for medical professionals, the crisis will only deepen. Healthcare should be a basic right, not a luxury reserved for the wealthy or the well-informed. Until the system prioritizes patient care over financial incentives, individuals will continue to gamble with their health, and lives will be unnecessarily lost. It is time to demand a medical system that values ethics over economics and people over profit.